Alright, I'm here today to show you mobile trailer number 4. This one was put together somewhat in haste to meet the requirements of a customer who needed service pretty quickly and urgently in our Ocala location. I'm going to start with the compressor. Basically just bolted this thing to the floor, you can see there. Left it disconnected from battery power, so its electric start is not operable at this time. However, it does have pull start. So anyway, plumbing had to be arranged for the exhaust to run out and through the floor, and plumbing had to be arranged to get a quick disconnect on here. You'll notice that fitting coming out of the side of the tank here has an elbow, part of the T actually pointing down. That's for in the future if we'd like to run a air line down and through the floor and then across to the other side, which I'll show you here in a moment. The only other thing is that there was a plug right there that needed to be put in. Of course, you got the gauge on the compressor that came with it. So yeah, you just got a quick connection here. And this is an air hose that we robbed from the shop, one of the shop's air lines. It's actually DOT rubber air brake, and these ends are manufactured on site ends, so you can cut it to length. It comes with, I think that's 1/4 inch pipe, and then of course run down to quick connect. The other end similar. So what you do is fire up your compressor, hook your air hose to the quick connect, grab your other end over here, and then bring it over here to our regulator. Okay, so air pressure needs to be regulated for these fluid pumps down to 90 psi. Generally the compressors are set at about 150 or 160 psi, so it has to have the regulator in line going to both of these fluid pumps. So first one I'll show you here is going to the fresh oil pump. So all a guy would do is grab his air hose, hook it to this quick connector here. Of course, that allows pressure to get to the regulator, which regulates it down to 90 psi. So then from this hose, you've got the T-fitting running down to this air brake hose, and it would connect to fresh oil pump. Okay. So then from the pump, it's got the oil line running out of the drum, and this is just run across the trailer here and over to the hose reel with the metered pumping handle on it. Just stick it down there, and you're pumping oil, fresh oil. Okay. So of course, again, these are both drums. You got fresh oil drum and a used oil drum. So in order to evacuate oil, what the technician would do is slide the drain pan over here to the corner of the trailer on the floor and use this suction hose right here to suck the used oil out. But to get this pump running, we've got another one of those brake hoses. I'm going to quick connect, and it fires up. So no valves, no four-way valves, no silly stuff like that, just quick air connects. Okay. So from that drain pan on the ground into this suction pump, which by the way has a quick connection on the end with a cap. This can also be dropped into the bung on the top of the drum. Let me slide the stuff out of the way. You can see there's the bung hole. It's going to be dropped into there to keep from spilling fluid, but we've also capped it. If you'll notice, this has a cam lock connection here. So that's so you can switch from this side of the pump to the other side of the pump. So it's coming in here from the drain pan through this pump and then out to the waste drum and drops into the waste drum right here. Okay. So what you could do is when your drum is full or when you want to clear out your gum, you could disconnect it here, this line here. Sorry if I'm not getting spaced out right here. Drop it into the pump, run it to your shop pump, and suck it out. This one was put together in about 3 days. We started working on some of the fit and finish here. Put a shelf across here, put a freestanding shelf over here, bolted down the toolbox, probably put some clamps to hold this line up. Run some lighting in here for nighttime operations, but other than that, it's functional within 3 days. Your time, labor intensity to that assembly lies in the bracketry for this pump, probably most of it. So it's got to be built. It's got to be built to fit where the framework or the trailer is. If you'll notice, there's a wall stud here and a wall stud here. So anyway, that takes a little bit of time to get that thing built. And then, of course, a little bit of time to run the plumbing and figure out what hoses and fittings you need. But anyway, this one's operational. It's fully capable of doing a on-site oil change. Again, working on some of the fit and finish. There's the freestanding shelf. Got an inverter for it too. It'll get installed with a battery so that the guys can charge their cordless tools, cell phones, that sort of thing, tablets. But yeah, we're getting there. So just wanted to get a quick video. This is trailer number 4 and the one that was built probably most hastily. So anyway, E-track back there with a strap around it holding these drums in. We got odds and ends that need to go in here still. We got wheel chocks, got to have those for safety. Spill kit, obviously. Another thing, this shelf across here is 16 inches deep. It accommodates these milk crates wonderfully. Milk crates work great for filter kits. And I calculate you can fit 5 of those across this shelf. So you can send a guy out with 5 filter kits. Generally speaking, he should be able to get 6 or 7 PMs done in a shift, depending upon the labor intensity of those PMs. Real quick while I'm thinking about it, got a document holder there for its registration. We'll put a light switch along this wall right here somewhere for interior lights, and probably have a second switch on it for the exterior lights. But anyway, she's operational as she sits. Just a matter of getting some fit and finish, things like that done. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to share, comment, subscribe. Thanks.